When we read John Adams' letters, and when we read Abigail's letters, and to a large extent John Quincy's letters, we are hearing them talk. Now, we can't really hear them talk. In the 18th century, you can't look at photographs, you can't listen to recordings, you can't look at old film clips. We don't know what they sounded like. We don't know what a New England accent sounded like in the 18th century. All we can guess at is how they spelled certain words. Maybe that's the way they spoke them. That's the way they sounded. We have no idea what Jefferson's or George Washington accent, the Virginia accent, sounded like. But in the letters, the best of the letters, and the Adams letters really are the most forthcoming, the most candid of all the letters, and the most voluminous. We can get closer to John and Abigail Adams than any of those other figures of that time because of the candor of their letters and the quantity of the letters. Jefferson, for example, destroyed every letter he ever wrote to his wife or that she ever wrote to him, so there's kind of a wall there beyond which one can't go with Jefferson to know what was really on his mind, and more important often, what was in his heart. Time and time again, history turns on this miraculous, mysterious quality we call human personality or human nature. And history is a way to understand human nature. And history is a way to understand who we are and where we came from and at what cost, and the mistakes that were made, and the injustices, and the brave people who set out to correct those injustices. The builders of our society, the writers, the painters, who are as important to our understanding as our mountains and our rivers. Take away Gershwin, take away Winslow Homer, take away Mark Twain, it'd be like taking away the Rocky Mountains. You can't understand yourself or your country without some sense of the past. Daniel Boorstin, one of our great historians, has said you can't plan for the future without a sense of the past, because trying to do that would be like trying to plant cut flowers. It doesn't work. Harry Truman said the only new thing in the world is the history you don't know. So we need to encourage better teaching of history. We need to encourage more people to major in history. And we need to thank our lucky stars that we have wonderful liberal arts colleges like DePauw. I really think that DePauw and the other great small liberal arts colleges in America are the vital mainstream of education in our country, higher education. And as a consequence, I'm extremely proud and pleased to be invited to come here. And as John Adams said about poetry as a source of pleasure, I'd like to end by saying, and yes, history is a source of pleasure. Thank you.